Welcome back to the channel, Better Agents. Nicholas Ayers coming to you from Better HQ. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about all the ways in which insurance agents are failing their clients.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Now, before you throw the sharpest object that you can find at me, make sure that you hear me out. Watch the entirety of this video because I promise it's going to make some sense and it might help you when you're thinking about crafting your customer experience. There are certainly areas we can all agree on where we have let customers down, where customers today expect a certain level of service, a certain experience, and we're not delivering it. We're letting them down. Maybe it's by way of not properly communicating or giving them things that they need. But there are ways where whether you're a new agent or whether you've been a veteran for 30 years that we can all agree on. We wish we can do this better. And in this video, we're going to break down what those areas are and how you can think about improving them in your agency. I think one of the most common ways that we're letting our customers down is we're not clearly communicating how it is that we do business. We're not setting standard lines of communication and telling our customers, this is how you do business with our agency. This was something that I was guilty of when we started our first scratch agency. I told customers that if they needed anything, they can email me, they could text me, they can call me, they can come into the office, they could tweet at me, they can send me messages on Facebook, they can fill out forms on my website, they can do all these things, they can send carrier pigeons, smoke signals, flare guns, and that all sounds really, really good and really cool. It makes you sound accessible. This is how you do business. You're just leaving it willy-nilly. But the problem with that way of thinking and doing that is customers started doing that. Things fell through the cracks, and we had no set way of communication within our agency. People would say, did you get that thing that I sent you via Candygram or Singagram or tweet at you, or I left you a message on Facebook, or I chatted into the website? And sometimes we would say yes, but a lot of times we'd say, I didn't see that. No, we didn't get that. And we were letting our customers down because we didn't have a set way of communication, of doing business in our agency. I think one of the things that agents need to do first is they need to establish this is how you do business. And that needs to be reinforced throughout the entire customer lifecycle. It needs to happen on onboarding. It needs to happen at renewal. It needs to happen all throughout all the different touch points that you have. You need to figure out ways to insert the ways that you do business. So this could be a simple email campaign that you start off when you're onboarding people. Hey, if you want to get a hold of us, this is how you do it. Don't give them so many options. Don't tell them that they can communicate with you in all the different ways. Unless you actually have the manpower and the ability to funnel all that into one central channel, don't do that. Make it very clear, make it very simple for you and the customer. Because when you open yourself up to just doing business however, and thinking, well, this is how the client wants to do it, then you're going to attract those types of things and it's going to mess you up. And at the end of the day, you're going to be hurting yourself, you're going to be hurting your customers. Make it simple, make it clear. The second area that I see a lot of agents failing their customers is reshopping their policies at the first sign of trouble. Your customer's going to call you, they're going to email you, they're going to ask questions, and it could be that they're just trying to be inquisitive. They're just trying to figure this out. But what do a lot of agents do? They tell them right then and there, well, we'll just reshop your policy. Oh, your policy went up $10 at renewal? Instead of educating you and telling you why and saying this is just the way that it is, and this is how it goes, and this is the best carrier for you, a lot of agents will just say, well, let me put the time, energy, and effort into re-quoting you. And to cannibalize your own book, you're letting customers down because you're setting expectations with them that they're going to expect every year then on out. And when you don't deliver it, because it's going to get to a point where you simply can't deliver that. When you grow and you have 1,000 customers, you're not going to be able to do that all the time. You're going to let people down. You're going to drop the ball because you're one person. Or even if you have a staff of 10, you're only 10 people. And you can't maintain that, not at scale. And so you're gonna let people down. You don't have to reshop customers at the first drop or the first signal that there might be a sign of trouble. This is your opportunity to educate, to provide a different level of value. And you should be doing it proactively. They shouldn't wait till they get the renewal in the mail to wonder why their policy went up 30%. You should be educating them proactively as best as you can, giving them resources, giving them education, telling them what's happening in the market, and saying this is kind of how everybody is dealing with this. This is the boat that we're all in. So I think about agents in the state of Florida. This is probably the most extreme case, but carriers pull out. There's limited options when it comes to personal lines. Rates are going through the roof. this is your opportunity, number one, to say, everybody is in this. We are all dealing with this. It doesn't matter if you're between our borders in the state of Florida. This is just something that is a reality here. This is different than the state of Wyoming or Utah or wherever it is that you came from. This is how insurance is. You don't need to put all the effort into requoting 1,000 clients just because something bad happened. This is your time to educate, to bring value. Now, that's not saying that there won't be opportunities or places where you do need to requote people. That's not what I'm saying. That's gonna happen. But don't make that your default. Don't make that the thing that you go to first. Make that the tactic of last resort. Just focus on delivering a good experience and communicating with your customers the best way that you can. Oh man, this next one I know is something that a lot of people are gonna get behind, but I know a lot of agents are still doing this whether they want to admit it or not, and that is making everything price oriented. Price. We're gonna save you money, 37%. We're gonna save you this much money, save. Price. Shop. Quote. Everything becomes about price. And that's something that the big guys can do. Geico can do that. Progressive can do that. But you as a local independent agent, you can't make everything price oriented. Do you have any other real value proposition? Do you know what your value proposition is? How is it that people in your market are going to want to do business with you opposed to just price? If you could just save them a few bucks, that's got to be very surface level. That should just be a ancillary benefit. That should be something that is table stakes. It just happens, but it can't be the thing. It can't be the main thing. I know it's effective, it gets people's attention, but it's also white noise to a lot of people, and it doesn't differentiate yourself. You need to have a clear value proposition. You need to provide a different level of value. How are people going to engage with you? How are you going to show up? Where are you going to be? How are you an asset to your community? How are you an asset to your niche? This is the value proposition that you need to start to form and fashion if you want to do something that's really effective in your market. It can't be price driven. Price could be a part of it. It should be a small part of it. It's not that price is bad. We should be looking to help our customers and giving them the best rates, but also the best product, really understanding their needs. When you are empathetic, when you understand them, when your customers feel like they connect with you, a lot of times you'd be surprised how far that will carry you. The fourth mistake I see a lot of agents make is they have no renewal or claims process. Here's the truth. Clients are going to buy insurance from you and they're going to have claims. It's the law of large numbers. They're going to have accidents. There's going to be a pipe that bursts. There's going to be an incident in their business. Claims are going to happen, and this is where you show your worth. This is where you show up, and you're going to say to yourself, Nick, I can only do so much. I can't adjust the claim. I can't legally do this, that, or the other, and there's some level of truth to that, but there's nothing that says that you can't be empathetic. There's nothing that says that you can't be a guide, an aid, something of value to them, a sounding wall that they can just vent. There's nothing that says that you can't help them mitigate future claims. This is how you need to show up. A lot of agents, they'll say, I have no way of communicating at scale with customers. I don't know when claims happen. I have no way of communicating with them. They don't know my name 6 months after they leave my office, or they do the DocuSign to buy the policy. This is a shame. This is a failure on our part as an industry, and there are ways that we can improve this. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm going to toot my own horn here. Better Agency gives you a renewal process. It lets you know when policies have a certain rate increase by a percentage. It lets you know when claims happen. It allows you to communicate in automation at the renewal process, at the claims process. Whether you use Better Agency or not, it doesn't matter. You need to figure out a way to show up in these times. Otherwise, customers are going to start to ask themselves the question, what good is having an agent? Why shouldn't I just buy my insurance online? Why shouldn't I just go with the lowest cost provider? If you want to have a real value proposition, if you want to show up to your audience in a way that's significant, in a way that matters, this is where you do it. This is how you do it. By communicating, by providing something that goes beyond just saving 15% in 15 minutes, making it as fast as possible or as easy, or making my interface as pretty as possible. It's communicating when they need you the most. It's making them aware of the things that they had no idea about. This is how you provide your worth. This is how you show real value. If you want to stop failing customers, if you don't want to be like every agent on the block and you want to show up when it matters most, then you need to communicate in a way that nobody else is communicating with them. This is how you show how you are valuable to them. This is how you show the worth of an independent insurance agent. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, comment down below, let me know what you thought, let me know what you want to see next on the channel, and we'll see you again on the next video.